Well, welcome to the official Sandlot Kings YouTube channel. I wanted to do this introductory video, if you will, to kind of explain what we're wanting to accomplish with the channel. I had a conversation or two with some of the coaches, and I've had a couple parents reach out about getting some more information on some of the drills that we're doing at practice. And I thought this would be a great avenue to make some stuff available to everybody, to the parents, to the kids if they decide. I mean, every kid likes watching YouTube, right? So, but for anybody involved in the organization, whether it's a parent, a coach, a player, etc., to have access to some instructional stuff that we're doing at practices, maybe some mindset stuff. I'm constantly thinking about things that I can relay to the kids or say in a practice setting or in certain scenarios that will help them understand what we're trying to accomplish. But so as I'm driving down the road, it'll, I guess, give me an outlet to be able to get that stuff out of here and into a video and at least not lose it, so I can share what I want to share sometimes with some of the things that come into my head daily as to how we can improve the program, develop the players to the best of our ability as coaches and parents, etc. So here we are. We're making a YouTube channel. It'll be a thing in development. We've got some. We'll start by putting on some videos of just some of the fundamental stuff we're doing in practices, whether it be how to throw a baseball, just good fundamentals, how to field a ground ball, some of the hitting stuff that we're working on. But I know a couple parents have reached out to me and wanted to work with their player in between practices, which is obviously outstanding. So to be consistent with what we're teaching at practice, I think these videos would be a great way to talk about the intent of what we're trying to accomplish with the drill. And obviously the drill itself is never good enough without doing the drill the proper way. So in these videos, it'll be good to be able to explain how to do it and how not to do it in a little bit of detail. So the idea is to create just short little videos. Maybe some of them will creep up on 5 minutes, but try to keep them under 5 minutes. Just super simple, super basic, easily digestible, short videos that at any given time a player or anybody can go back and refer to if they're working on stuff, and make sure that they're doing it consistent with how we're teaching it at practice, and et cetera, et cetera. So the other thing, with the channel is a lot of what we're trying to do as an organization is through player development. So I thought it'd be kind of cool. I know I had sent out our mission statement and shared it, I think, with everybody a little while back, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to go through that, and I'll just play off of that a little bit with a lot of what we're going to do with these videos. And what we're trying to do in practice is to accomplish this mission statement. So I want to read that real quick. Some of you may not have heard it or seen it, but I think it's pretty applicable to how we're trying to do what we're doing. So so the Sandlot Kings mission and vision, it's the mission of the Sandlot Kings to provide for the maximum development of its players both on and off the field. On the field, through practice and competition, we teach development of high-level baseball skills, teamwork, good sportsmanship, attention to detail, confidence, and appropriate responses to success and adversity in the development of leadership. Off the field, we emphasize individual responsibility and team accountability, developing communication skills, owning a sense of gratitude, and growing in an understanding of how to be a leader. The Sandlot Kings will always promote an environment where the process is more important than winning and losing, and create an atmosphere of mentorship where players are free to fail. Every moment's a teachable moment, and development is the true determination of success. So a lot of what we're trying to do in practice is take a long-term approach. We want to teach the proper fundamentals, whether it be hitting or fielding or throwing, and slow down enough to do that and teach it correctly and help the kids develop really good habits. Obviously, there's benefit to getting reps when doing things, but I guess my philosophy is that unless they're really good reps, then there's probably not a whole lot of benefit to that. So we want to make sure that we're taking really good reps so that we're building really good habits. And so through that development, it might go a little slower than maybe other teams that are just getting in the batting cage and taking 200 cuts a day. We haven't done that at practice yet and don't really anticipate to do that until we grow through some of these drills and I can, see that the kids are well developed in the fundamentals, or what I believe the fundamentals to be, before we get into just taking a ton of reps. So again, the idea is to be very developmental and take a long-term approach, so that if we slow down enough to teach the right things and to really promote and coach the right things, it might take 5 years before a lot of that stuff really sticks. 2 to 5 years, whatever it might be. I'm just throwing numbers out there. But if it takes 2 to 5 years for some of that stuff to stick in the long term, as they get into high school baseball, and even some kids may be wanting to move on and play college baseball, it will have been better for them than if they just took a bunch of reps when they were at this age and continued to develop maybe not bad habits, but not the highest of level of habits. So what we're trying to do is teach high level habits. Some of this stuff, some people might say is you shouldn't be teaching this stuff to 10-year-olds. I guess I would disagree with that. I don't think that we should be teaching too much stuff, but I don't think it's too early to start teaching the right stuff. And none of it's necessarily complicated. It's just, it takes developing habits around it to be able to do it properly. So I look at Major League Baseball players today, and before every baseball game, they're on their knees and they're working on their ground ball fundamentals still as the best players in the world. So I see no reason to not develop those things as early as we possibly can, just not overwhelm them with too much information or at a time. So we just make it bite-sized pieces and just keep progressing as we kind of knock out the fundamentals. We just progress on to new things. So I know I'm getting long-winded here, and this one's going to be over 5 minutes. I'm at 7 minutes and 30 seconds already. So but anyways, I wanted to take a bit to introduce that philosophy, and then what we're trying to do with these videos and in practice is just give the proper detailed information on how to do these drills and what we're trying to accomplish, which with each movement, whether it be, again, fielding a ground ball, hitting. We'll get into some philosophical stuff on, cutoff situations, and some just baseball IQ stuff. So I think all this stuff, it's, we get an hour and a half right now inside in the wintertime as I record this. We get an hour and a half a week. So there's only so much we can do in that hour and a half. And even when we get outside and we're practicing twice a week, we start gearing up for baseball games, and we get away from maybe working on the plethora of fundamentals and really broken down and with the drills that we're doing over the winter, because being inside, that's a great time to be able to do that. But when we get outside, it's working on a lot of situational stuff. So we kind of get away from that stuff. So I think having these videos for anybody to work on any of this stuff at any given time will be super beneficial. So given that we only have an hour and a half a week right now, and even when we get outside, 2 practices a week, maybe 3 hours a week, there's so much to learn with the game of baseball that you just can't teach it all in practice. We can give the tools needed. We can give kind of high level what we're trying to accomplish with all the different nuances of things that we're learning to be a good baseball team and to play baseball at a high level. But really to develop really good skills around it, for those that are really interested in getting a lot better at the game, you have to work on it in your own time as well. So I think just having this and the videos hopefully gives, and there's a ton of stuff obviously on YouTube, but sometimes it's hard to decipher, what do I sort through, what's right, what's not. There's opinions all over the place, and I'm sure some will differ with my opinions on how to swing a baseball bat, et cetera, so, which is fine. But at least this will be consistent with what we're teaching at practices, and you can be consistent as a parent or, as the player, if they want to refer back to how did Jason explain that, or what did he say as far as how to do it or not to do it. At least they can refer back to these videos and stay consistent with how we're teaching it in practice. And ultimately, it gives them a resource and a tool to be able to work on stuff on their own time. And develop at the pace that they want to develop. I mean, I would love to work with every kid one-on-one, down to every kid's different with what they do well or what they maybe need to work on or habits that they need to change. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time at practice every week for me to be able to do that as much as I would love to be able to do that. So I think, again, creating these videos, having this YouTube channel is going to be awesome to just have a library of, resource and video to be able to refer back on things. So it'll be a work in progress. We'll create playlists for hitting, for fielding, for mental approach, for situational stuff, for baseball IQ stuff. It'll just be a work in progress. So wanted to, I guess, kick out this welcome video, this introductory video, and then we'll kind of go from there and see where this thing goes. So it's not meant to be I want to turn into some online baseball guru. It's really not my intent with this at all. My intent is to help the kids that are within our organization and the parents of the kids and even the coaches, so that we can all be consistent and in our message, in what we're teaching, and just provide value and resources to our organization to be able to develop the best we can and teach kids to play a high level of baseball. And hopefully, 10 years from now, 8 to 10 years from now, these kids are a state championship baseball team out of Norwalk, and some of them are going to play college baseball somewhere, So that would be my personal ambition and goal as a coach and as someone that has now been involved with the Sandlot Kings to be able to help kids accomplish their goals of those things if they have a desire to do so. So anyways, I'm excited to do this. I wouldn't say I'm nervous, but just bear with me because it's a little weird talking in front of a camera and to nobody, but I'm sure I'll get better as we do it. But use the videos as much as you'd like, and I'm excited to put this together for everybody to partake in. So talk soon.